Okay, I'm going to do a little garden update because it's probably been about a month or so since the last time I did it. This bed was all covered. There's tons of pumpkins that regenerated, came up, that sort of thing. Like, look right here. That's a little pumpkin coming up. They were huge, like bigger than those ones right there. They were huge. They were just taking over. Since I don't have the space for the pumpkins to spread out and vine out in order for them to be healthy, I pulled them. I was going to transfer them to my mom's house, but they didn't get the soil done in time for me to have to pull them up. So it seems like I had to pull them. The pumpkins are not. But in any event, all of these tall guys right here, and they're pretty tall, these are all sunflowers, mammoth sunflowers, all different kinds of sunflowers. These ones right here are mammoth sunflowers. All of these are my corn, which are actually doing pretty well. You can see all of them down there. I have lots of corn coming up. This little guy is a bean. This little guy is a green bean plant. My beans were not doing good. I planted a ton of them over here, and only 2 came up, 3, and one of them got busted by hail. So I planted in the middle. I planted tons more beans yesterday or the day before after I pulled up all those pumpkin plants. And I also planted more corn in the back along the spaces that don't have any corn. So this bed will be nice and everything. It's just getting a little bit of a, like, it has a good start, but it's also having a little bit of a late start. And I left a couple of pumpkin plants, but we'll head back here. Okay, this is a good bed. I'm going to try and keep my shadow out of this for you guys. These are all my carrots. I have tons of carrots. I have organic carrots, kaleidoscope carrots, regular orange carrots, big carrots, little carrots, all carrots. Obviously carrots grow underground, so there's not much to show you with them. These are all beets, organic beets, and back here are radishes. Those radishes need to be picked, I'm pretty sure. But you can see these guys, like here's a guy coming out. Like, you can see them. So I don't know how they'll do. I've never grown. It's okay. I've never grown the beets before. So all of these, like, I don't know if you can see them, but all these little guys, these are the ones that I planted this year. So all these onions are coming up and doing good. All of these big honking ones that are all flowering and looking beautiful like a forest are ones that started coming up in March from last year. So that's been pretty nice to have them going. I have random things pop up. This is dill, just random dill. This one I transplanted. It's a cilantro plant, but I don't know. It's doing all right. I mean, it's still alive. But then I have plants like that one, and you know that that's a good plant. Like these, you just find these random guys. Just, this is a carrot, and it's just randomly popping around. All of this are broccoli and cauliflowers, and they are all doing good. I was going to thin them, but when I started to thin them out and move them, that's why these guys are so much smaller than all of these, because those are the ones I moved. Like you can see, these ones are much smaller than these guys next to them. Those are the ones I thinned out, and I decided, you know, there's not any issues and they're growing really well, so I'm just letting them go. I'm not even worrying about it. This is my insane herb bed. Insane is the word. This lovage plant is taller than my husband. My husband is 6'1". Yes, that lovage plant is massive. Sorry for turning it sideways, but I'm trying to get it all in there. The chives have already flowered. I've been using them regularly in all of my food. This is the tarragon plant, and it really needs trimmed back. I've been semi-lazy, I'm not going to lie. Back here, all of that is all the lemon balm, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Again, it needs trimmed back. All of this, I have tons and tons and tons of chamomile. I don't know. I did not expect. Oh, sorry. But these guys really need trimmed back as well. I did not expect it to go as crazy and wild as it did. Here, let me get my shadow out. But it did. It went nuts. I have dill all growing back here, and it's doing really well. Looks like I have some weeds in there that need pulled. Some overwatered things. But yeah, so that's doing well. All on the ground because this is the herb bed. All on the ground. I have dill popping up, sunflowers popping up. Oh, let me get my shadow out of the way. There's my sunflowers popping up. Dill. One of my best cilantro plants is growing in my rocks. Here's more that come all along here. Yeah. So I'm just leaving them. There's even a little chamomile. There's a little chamomile right there. There's a little sunflower right here. They just pop up, so I let them. My comfrey plant is massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, I need to do something with it because it's huge. These are all the sunflowers that are back here, and they're big and huge. I have herbs underneath. We have cilantro. There's some back here, some sage back here. This is some of the sage. Lots of little stuff. There's garlic growing in here. These are all the strawberries. I actually have strawberries coming in, and they're very sweet and beautiful and doing well. Then I guess we'll come over here, and this is where I have all this row. It's all beets all the way down. Some carrots back there. I have kale and spinach and romaine, and there's lettuce heads and cabbage heads all the way back. All this middle group is obviously the zucchinis and the squash. This is more salad bowl lettuce and a stray spinach plant. They just do that sometimes. And then all of these are all peppers. Lots of peppers. So my pepper plants are doing really, really good. And the one random onion. It used to be the only thing growing in this bed. Here's a random a squash plant that just kind of came up over here. I have a lot of tomatoes that are growing right here. And I'm not so good with tomatoes. So I was thinking about actually either moving or pulling this squash plant just because I feel like it might hinder those tomatoes and I don't want it to. Because see how small my tomatoes are, the smallest thing I've got. But I'm hoping, you can see, I'm hoping that something will come of it. This is a bean plant. This is probably my healthiest bean plant so far. Doing really good. Cucumbers, random dill, a couple of weeds, more salads, lettuces, and there's some cucumbers over here too. So that's pretty much it for the back. Let's see if I can get a whole view for you. See if that works. Kind of lame, but it's really good. Everything is good and big and growing really well. I'm pretty pleased with how everything's turning out so far this year. I really haven't had to put too much real work, actually, into it. So I'm just going to come out front real quick so I can show you my rhubarb and my sunflowers. Rhubarb is going nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's beautiful. There's always new sprouts shooting up all the time. And these are sunflowers that are growing around it, and they're doing good. And Ginger. Hi, Ginger. And then this is our tree, our cherry plum tree. And it's getting bigger. It's grown taller this year. But what is most exciting, let me see if I can find some right now, are these. Do you see these little pieces? Let's see if you can. I don't know if you can see that little guy right there. but I'm already getting fruit on this tree. This tree does not bear fruit every year. Some years when it does, I seriously get like 5 cherry plums. I don't know how I'm supposed to make jam out of that. But it's already flowered, bloomed, shed all of its blooms, and is now getting its little fruit. And they're everywhere. It's just hard to see on the camera, all the little fruits, because they're just so tiny. Like here's another one. And it's so tiny. There, you can kind of see it, but it's there. So in any event, that's my garden, and that's how it's doing. I hope all of you guys are doing well, and your gardens are growing, and if you're harvesting already, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Goodbye.